Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So let's start with the MongoDB without wasting any time. Today we are going to learn about the MongoDB, why we use MongoDB, and how to use it, how to do CRUD operation in it, CRUD stand for what, and how to connect with it backend. We will use Node.js to connect with the MongoDB. Let's start it. So before diving into MongoDB, let's learn something about SQL and NoSQL. So SQL, uh, here in SQL, it is a RDA BMS. It is a relational database management system, and it is a non-relational database. It is document-oriented database, and it works on the relational database, and it works on the document-based database. So, what is document-based and what is relational database? You will come to know after this slide. Let's first read out these points. It stores data in the form of entity as a table. It stores in the table, and it stores data in the form of documents. So stores the data in the form of documents. What is document? What is data table? Wait for 1 minute. You will come to know what is this. And it uses SQL to query database, and MongoDB uses BSON to query database. BSON is like a JSON. Uh, but there is big difference between them. JSON is used for storing the data, and JSON is used for transferring data between you can say between backend and front end, or it is used for the transferring of data. Yes, and there is lots of different points between them. So you can say this is the relational database. Okay, as we see here, it forms a table. Relational database stores the form of entity in the form of entity as table. So this is the table, and these are all the you can say data variable names, column names, student ID, student name, age, college, and these are all. This is called the row, and this is one called as a column. Okay, so we here we have a first data, or you can say first row, where student ID is 1001, student name is Chaitanya, age 30, and college is beginner's book. And now, how we convert this into a MongoDB means this is the form how SQL database stores the data in the form of the table, and this is the way how NoSQL database stores the data. Now here it is in the, like you can see, it is just like the JSON type. So I said MongoDB stores the data in the form of JSON. Okay, in the form of JSON. So because JSON just looks like this, it's typically look like the JSON. But you can see here is something in JSON you can scale up the data. Look here, it has four column. You can't add the fifth data here in the second row because there is no column here. So how you can add the fifth data here? But there is no requirement of means no constraint on the you can add four, you can add here three data type, three data like ID, student name, and you can skip the age. There is no problem in that. Okay, so this is the difference between the MongoDB, and this is called the document. Okay, this is called the document, one data set. This is called the document. This is whole the table. This is the row. This is the column. Okay, right? And this one it is this row. This is called the field ID, field student name, field student name. This is stored in the you can say key pair, in the form of the key pair. Student name is key, and its value, that is Chaitanya. Okay, so these are the basic difference between relational database and MongoDB. Let's learn about some important points. MongoDB runs on the port 27017. This is the port where MongoDB default runs. Okay, so now next point, SQL has table, row, column. As we see in here, SQL has row, column, and table. And MongoDB, what MongoDB has? It has collection. This all the group of documents is known as the collection. Okay, group of document is known as the collection, and this small piece of collection is known as document. And this one row key pair is called the field. Okay, field of that document. It is scalable, and it is no SQL database. So let's now download the MongoDB and do the CRUD operation there. So to download the MongoDB, you can type here MongoDB, and this is the first link, official link of MongoDB. Here in the product, I think you will get the MongoDB. You can click on the community edition, and on in the community edition, here is the means you can select the current version. I will say let it be default. And if you want to change, if you want to get it for Ubuntu, Mac, or Linux, you can select here the platform. And there is two types of MSI and zip. Zip is, you all know what zip is, means compressing of the folder. And this is the MSI, this is initiator of installing. So this is the lightweight, so you can install this. You can click on the download and download will begin. Okay, so will come to you after the download is being done, because it's a big file of 500 MB. So so now our download is over and I have installed it. Actually my PC has it from before only. So if once your folder is downloaded, you can click on open the folder, and then you can just click on the next as the default. There is no problem in that. Just click on the next and install. Okay, after it will install, you can go to your C drive. Okay, C drive, in the C drive, in the program file, in the program file you can see the MongoDB. Okay, sorry, here you can search for the MongoDB. Click on the MongoDB, then click on the server, then version. Mine is 5, you can your will be 6, because this is the latest one you will be downloading. Okay, then there is no problem in that. Then you will see something like bean data log. Click on the bean, then select this path, because this is the path which your path variable of PC should know. Then just go to the this PC, right click on that, then click on the property, click on the advanced setting. This is the window 11. If you have window 8, window 10, you will see some different UI. Then in the path variable, click on that, and you can add the new one. To add your path, here you can see I have it from beginning. So you can create one, and you can just give the path here and click on the OK and OK. Okay, so I have it from before only, I'm canceling it. Then click on the OK and OK. Okay, how you will confirm that you had given the correct path, and your MongoDB is all connected. Open your window PowerShell. Okay, open your PowerShell. Now type the Mongo, just the Mongo, or you can type the Mongo. I'm zooming so you can see it clear. Minus minus version. Okay, so look at here, MongoDB shell version 5. You can see in your PC as a 6, so there is no problem. Or your Mongo is installed in your local machine. Now let's deep dive into the MongoDB. Let's just click on, just type the Mongo and press enter. You can see your version and all the different things. What I want to show here, type the DBS. DBS stand for databases. Okay, not one database. It can be multiple databases created in your MongoDB. So by and clicking enter, you can look see here. There is some error, uncaught exception. DBS is not defined. Okay, sorry, my fault. It will be showed DBS. You can see here in my local machine, in my MongoDB, it is there is lots of database created from before. You will not have this much. You will have, I think, test and the admin. You can have this thing by default, because this test comes by default only, admin, config, and test. So you will be having that. And if you have installed the addition MongoDB correctly, then you have at one point you have that installer has asked you to install the MongoDB Compass or not. So let's look at the what is MongoDB Compass. This is the GUI. This is the command line of the database. You are accessing the database by a command line, and this is the GUI. Like you are accessing by a GUI, or this is the preferable one, because you can see it. You can easily connect to your database. Like just clicking on the connect, you can connect to your database. And look at here, what type of data you can see here. Admin auth, admin, config, TS hackathon, or these are all the databases that is showing here. Okay, now jump into one of, so for now, let it be this much only. You have what you have learned. You have learned what is SQL, what is non-SQL, then how to install the MongoDB, what is difference between the SQL, what is JSON, and then what is how the data is stored in the MongoDB, and you have installed it correctly. Then we have seen the databases in your we have accessed the MongoDB from our terminal and also from our GUI. So it's all working fine. Let's learn CRUD operation in our next lecture. Okay. Thank you for everyone. Thank you everyone for now. Let's meet in next lecture.